again. I am Donna from Dinners with Donna, and this is Richard. And today we are doing a Universal Yums unboxing. So let's see. Now I will say Universal Yums is a subscription box. I pay for my own, not a sponsor, but I will put the link if you want to try it in the video description, as I always do. And as you guys know, Universal Yums, they will send you a box each month, and it will focus on a specific country from somewhere around the globe. You never know, and it's always a surprise. So let's see what we got this month. We're going to France. Vive la France!
Yes.
Yay! Okay, so of course when you open your Universal Yums box, you're always going to get this nice card insert. It's nice and sturdy on cardstock. The back of it is our scorecard. The front has a map of the country telling you all about the country you're tasting items from. Because we're in France, they're talking about the wine from Bordeaux and the Palace of Versailles, all kinds of things like that. And so you learn that. And I love that because I love learning about the countries, and this helps me get a better understanding of where these things are coming from and the history behind all of it. So it says here, express yourself the French way. There's always some, words and phrases in the language of the country that you're tasting this month. And we have savoureux, which is tasty. C'est cousi cousa, which is it's so-so. And je ne l'aime pas, I don't like this. I hope you don't say that.
I don't like this.
And santé is cheers. So, so we're gonna let Richard rate these. Then, see, now we have our booklet. You get a lot with your Universal Yums. This is why it's one of my favorite boxes. So here's our booklet. And there's, of course, a beautiful French woman dressed kind of Victorian style on the front.
Ooh la la.
Ooh la la. And it's, of course, Paris is known for its fashion and all of that. So there you go. It says salut. That's hello. Before you dive into your snacking, we've got some sweet tips to help spice up your Universal Yums adventure. Grab a pen. We already did that. I think that's a dry erase pen, but that's okay.
Permanent marker.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a dry erase, but that's fine. It doesn't matter.
Don't use it on
as long as it works. Then it has turn up the tunes, and there's a QR code where you can get French music to play while you sample your snacks. We're not going to do that because it would get me a copyright strike. Not that I care that much, but why bother with that? Say cheese if you take a picture of yourself with your Universal Yums snacks and to hashtag Universal Yums, they may post it on their social media. You could be famous. Woo! And then they have a customer spotlight, a highlight on this one's Yum Maker, which is a person who produced one of these lovely snacks. And it says on the next page, Bonjour from France. Ah, France, the land of dreamy Parisian cafes, vast provincial lavender fields, and of course, some of the best cuisine in the world. There's a lot of history and culture to dig into here, from iconic fashion trends to Monet's world-famous paintings that led the art world into a new era. With so much to explore, we're certain that France will leave a good impression. Get it? Impression. Monet's impressionist painting style. Haha, I see what they did there. We'll see ourselves out. Yeah, they should see themselves out. That was like a bad dad joke. Okay. So it says, what's on the cover? Which is there. And it says, and I'm going to just point out, because I always say that, most of the boxes I get, I can't read the print. It's so small. I can read the Universal Yums. You guys know that. I've always been able to read their booklets, and I appreciate that. I wish everyone would write in this size font. It's just easier for everybody. And it's not like it's terribly large. It's just about a medium, font style. So, there you go. Okay, so what's on the cover? Today, France is known as one of the fashion capitals of the world. But before the 1860s, there was no fashion industry to speak of. That is until English apparently I can't speak English anymore. English fashion designer and Paris local Charles Frederick Worth came up with a brilliant idea. Instead of displaying his whimsical haute couture on mannequins, he would use live models in the world's very first fashion show. Though back then, they called it a fashion parade. I did not know that. A far cry from the star-studded events of the modern day, these events were private affairs with photography strictly banned, which means we can only imagine what this historic event might have looked like. But we think this cover is a pretty good guess. So 1860s, yeah, that looks about right. Because, you know me, I'm so high fashion. Right, Richard? He can't stand it. Okay, meet the perfectly balanced alpine ibex. Make your way to the French Alps, and you may think you're seeing things, but you're not going crazy. That goat, or rather alpine ibex, is really climbing up that 90-degree incline. While the imposing horns of the males may make them seem dangerous, these herbivores primarily graze on grass and are not considered aggressive unless you're another ibex during mating season. And there's the ibex at the bottom there. Cute. They don't have real pictures of them in here, but maybe in the back they do. And of course we have our trivia train. Those are always fun to do. Learn more about France. And then we're going to move into our snacks, but I forgot to point out that we also always get stickers. And we have the French flag, the lavender, a French stamp, the trivia star if you win the trivia. Try everything or else wear this sticker. And it says, too picky. And then of course the alpine ibex. So there you go. Very cool. We'll put those aside for later. Okay, so let's dive into our treats, shall we? We have pure butter sablés. Or not. I think those are them, yeah. The butter biscuits that have made the French swoon since 1888. It says, freeze! Before you try this famous French shortbread, you should know the main ingredient is sand. The main ingredient is sand. We know, let us explain. Sablés are centuries-old cookies made by rubbing cold butter into flour and sugar to form tiny particles of dough, which is a sand-like texture. Given the dough's striking resemblance to sand, there you go. These golden breadcrumbs came to be called sablé, meaning the French word for sand. So yes, these delectable cookies are made with sand, but not the beaches of the French Riviera kind. The very buttery and very edible kind. Now, if you're wondering if it's time to try them for yourself, our answer is yes. Oui. So you show them, I'm guessing, won't we? Okay. Let's split a sablé, shall we? And it says 1888 on the...
It's a little piece.
You like a little piece? Okay. Mmm. Mmm. It melts in your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Like a good French sablé should. That's just delightful.
Very good.
It's everything you could want in a cookie. You know those Danish butter cookies you get in the tin at Christmas time? It's similar to that, but so much better. And those are good. Don't get me wrong, we love those. This is like taking it to the whole next level with, I mean, you can taste the French butter in there and the cream and the sugar. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. 10 out of 10 for me.
230 calories in the box.
In the whole box? That's not bad.
And 6 cookies.
That's not, I would never eat 6 cookies, but wow. Because we each had, well, I had a half, you had more like a quarter. I give it a 10.
I gave it a 9.
What didn't you like?
I don't know. I just wanted to give it a 9.
I don't know what my hair is doing there, but it's just there. Moving right along, we have goat. Oh, these sound interesting. Goat cheese and Espelette chili potato chips. Cheesy crisp with a hint of heat. Would you believe us if we said these chips double as Christmas decorations? No. Long before the poinsettia became synonymous with holiday spirit, French homes would be decorated with bright green, red, and yellow peppers. Oh, that's interesting. While the edible decorations went out of style in the 1900s, folks in France's Basque region still go out of their way to celebrate the Espelette pepper by way of food festivals and, yes, decorations. But let's not forget our favorite way to celebrate this super smoky pepper and this delightfully savory potato chip.
There's 230 calories in the bag, 14 grams of fat, 26 grams of carbs, 2 grams of fiber, and 3 grams of protein.
There you go.
They look like Ruffles.
Ruffles have oranges. Oh, they're cute. Oh, they smell good. Mmm. I like them. I like goat cheese. You don't like the goat cheese, I can tell.
That was good. I'm just trying to get the heat. I don't feel any pepper.
It comes at the end, very end. Let it go, let it go. I'm getting it.
No?
One more. Yeah, for me it came right at the end. Very subtle.
Really good flavor.
I love the goat cheese. Goat cheese is one of my favorite cheeses. I love it. For me, I would give it a 9 out of 10.
That one had more spikes.
Yeah, see, and maybe it depends which one you
Yeah.
get.
You give it a 9 also.
Okay. Perfect. Yum. Really good. I guess that's why they call it universal yums. Okay, so now we have strawberry chews.
Bonbon.
Bonbon. Like Nate's sister, Bonbon. She's so sweet. I like her. Strawberry chews. Sweet, chewy, with a touch of tartness. Love strawberries? You have France to thank. French royals were the first to farm the fruit back in the 14th century, with King Charles V boasting 1,200 strawberry plants in his garden. Then in the late 18th century, it was also France that crossbred 2 New World strains, the Virginia strawberry and the Chilean white strawberry, to create the modern strawberry the whole world knows and loves today. But don't say merci just yet. We've got one more French strawberry innovation to be thankful for. This yum. This sweet, chewy, and positively delightful strawberry is truly the pinnacle of progress. And they're just round. They're not strawberry shaped, but they smell like strawberry. Are they soft? They're not soft. Uh-oh. Mmm. They're a little hard.
Sweet.
The more you suck on it, the softer it's getting. The flavor is excellent. And I'm sorry I'm talking with my mouth full, but this is really hard to chew. The more I'm chewing it, the better it is.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent strawberry flavor. A little too chewy for me. Very chewy. I would give it like a 7. Excuse me, it's way too chewy.
Yeah.
A 6, 7 for me.
I give it
10
a
on
7.
flavor.
Yeah, flavor's
7.
good.
Give it 7.
Just so chewy.
Way too chewy. And I don't know if it was hard like that because, like, was there a date on it?
Yeah, November 25.
So then I would expect them to be a little softer.
Yeah.
And when it says chew, I mean, I don't want to chew cud like a cat. Okay, yeah, it's just too chewy, but the flavor was there for sure. Okay, so now we have raspberry roll cake.
Mini roll.
Which is a cake roll with raspberry filling. And it says in all caps, so I'm not yelling at you. Stop! Before you bite into this cake, smell it. Oh, I always do anyway. Just like juicy raspberries, right? While you might consider anything resembling cake firmly in the dessert category, this particular confection is a little bit different once you get to France. Fluffy raspberry roll cake like this is typically eaten not as a dessert, but for breakfast. And to that we say stop, again in caps, and think about saving this cake for tomorrow morning instead. Or just ignore tradition and eat it now, because really, how could anyone resist? Okay. It looks like a little roll cake.
Swiss cake.
Mm-hmm. Kind of looks the same inside. The raspberry is very fresh. It's real fruit.
It's good.
You're funny.
I like it.
I do too. It tastes like a really, really well made, like, you know those little Debbie shortcake rolls, but without all that sugar. It's a lot less sweet than that. And it's fresher. It's
really fresh.
The fruit is like real fruit. I mean, I don't know if they use real fruit in Little Debbie. I doubt it. But yeah.
I'll give it a 10.
Mm-hmm. It's just the right amount of sweet. And I can see why they say for breakfast, because I would eat that for breakfast. Instead of, like, you know, if you were going to have a cinnamon roll or something, that'd be good. So yeah, that was a hit. Okay. Now we have chocolate chip cookie truffles. Decadent dark chocolate with cookie pieces. When Marie Antoinette married Louis the 16th, in 1770, she moved her entire life from Vienna to the Palace of Versailles, including her personal chocolate maker, who was given a personal chocolate maker? Well, I want one of those.
Willy Wonka.
Yeah. Who was given the new title, Chocolate Maker to the Queen. Knowing this, it might not be surprising that Marie was famous for having sweets first thing in the morning, with breakfasts featuring cups of rich hot chocolate and tons of cookies. We're not saying you should eat these melt-in-your-mouth chocolate truffles for breakfast, but we're also not saying not to do that. I think we've had truffles from this company before in other boxes. And it looks really good. Oh, does it have the crunchy stuff in it? Remember we had one with raspberries in it.
It melts on your fingers.
It melts in your tongue. The quality of the chocolate is amazing. Top notch. Oh, it's a cookie, that's why. I give it a 10 out of 10. It's not like the crunchiness from the cookie is not like the crunchiness from that raspberry. Remember the raspberry macaroon one we had? That was really detracting from the chocolate. This didn't. So that's why I give it a 10.
The
quality of the chocolate is top notch. Highly recommend it. Okay. Moving right along, we have Fleur de Sel caramels.
Must be in here.
It's in the Yum bag. Oh, and for those of you who are watching our Universal Yums unboxing with us for the first time, they have a Yum bag, and it has little pieces of different candies and things in there, and it will tell you it's in your Yum bag. So yeah, France's famous Fleur de Sel meets buttery sweetness. Salted caramel is so popular, you might think it's been around forever. But in reality, humans figured out space travel before they figured out how this now iconic flavor existed. What? Okay. It was only in 1977, I was only 5 years old, that confectioner Henri LaRue debuted the first salted caramel, made with Brittany's famous sea salted butter. By 1980, it was voted the country's best candy, and by 2008, it had gone global with Haagen-Dazs and Starbucks debuting salted caramel products. With this yum, you'll understand why this French flavor has stuck around quite literally. Okay, yeah.
They gave you 4 of them.
We're gonna split one, how's that? And they're soft,
Soft caramel
which I love.
or caramel.
And I have to say, I do love the Werther's soft caramels. They're really good. So let's see how this stacks up. Oh. Butter.
Butter.
Really good. Truly, I mean, it's a caramel, but not an offensive one where it like sticks to everything. I'm gonna say probably one of the best caramels I've ever had in my life for flavor. Wow.
10.
It tastes like someone just made this in my kitchen, doesn't it? Absolute 10 out of 10. Yay! Viva la France! He's like, why do you keep saying that? You're so weird. Okay, so now these are more truffles. We have popcorn truffles in our yum bag. Decadent French chocolate with bits of tasty popcorn. That's one thing I'm confused about. Why are you putting bits of things in your perfect chocolate?
I know.
That's my thing, but that's just probably my uncivilized Americanism. Okay. According to legend, this yum came about by accident in the 1920s Paris when confectioner Auguste Escoffier was making a pastry cream when he accidentally poured hot cream into the wrong bowl. Oh no. Like Jerry would say, oh, the humanity. A bowl filled with chocolate. Rather than bidding the melty chocolate adieu, he experimented. He rolled the paste, ganache, into balls and coated them in cocoa powder. The result, a luxurious chocolate ball that looks a whole lot like France's mushroom truffles, hence the name. We can't think of a more decadent accident. And also they cover it in cocoa powder, which also equates to the mushroom truffles that they grow in and can be found in the wild in France and are highly sought after and expensive. But yeah, that's replicating that. And then on the top is really pretty. It's not, it's glossy. It's not coated in the cocoa powder.
Melts in your mouth.
I love French chocolate. I really do. I wish that all chocolate was held to this kind of standard of France and Belgium and Switzerland. Man, that is good chocolate. 10 out of 10.
The popcorn at the end.
And I was worried when it said popcorn. I'm like, I thought I was going to get a big chunk. It wasn't offensive at all. It was perfect. The perfect little crunch and the butter from the popcorn. And perfect. 10 out of 10. Yay. That was a hit. All right. So now we have sour cherry hard candies. Taste the Serre Cherry Festival. Our next stop is on the southern edge of France to a town called Serre. You may not have heard of it before, but any French person will tell you that the best cherries come from here. In fact, the fruit is so prized that every year since 1932, the first crate is sent directly to the President of France. Intrigued? Then you'll want to get there in time for the annual Cherry Festival, where locals eat cherry-themed foods, play traditional bandas music, and hold the ever-popular cherry pit spinning competition. Oh boy! You can get in on the fun yourself with these sour cherry candies, but be warned, before you get to the sweet center, you'll need to get through some seriously sour sugar crystals. Good luck.
Oh.
I'm getting to the cherry.
That burns.
I'm trying to be brave. It's not going well. I have cocoa on my thumb from the truffle.
I can't do it. It's too
Where?
It's tearing up my tongue.
Well, I drank 23 things of Beverly that time, so for sure. I'm old. Oh, I wish you could have gotten past it. When you get to the cherry, it's good.
It's making my eyes water.
Oh, the cherry.
Wow. It's like burning a hole through my tongue.
Mine didn't. When you get past that, I'm gonna tell you,
I'll rinse it off later.
it's the best cherry I've ever had. I'm giving it a 9 because it was a little offensive. But I took it. I took it like a champ, just like the Beverly challenge.
Give it a 5.
Once you get to the cherry part, oh, it's so good. I wish I would have covered it in like a sugar, or sanding sugar or something instead. And I'm getting like, I feel like swelling right here. Oh man, okay. So now we have 47% dark chocolate with sea salt, smooth cocoa flecked with French fleur de sel. Flowers on V-Day? Why is everyone calling Valentine's V-Day? Overrated. But fleur de sel? Swoon. Fleur de sel is the so-called caviar of sea salts formed when seawater evaporates and leaves behind delicate salt flowers. Trained workers called palaudiers use special wooden rakes called luce à fleur, I think, to collect them. Since even the most productive salt marshes only produce 2 pounds per day, the process is slow and expensive, but worth it since mineral-rich fleur de sel is longer lasting and saltier than ordinary salts. When blended with decadent dark chocolate, it makes for a chocolate experience unlike any other, as you're about to find out. Best flowers ever. Look at the big square. Oh look, break it into triangle. Better than the last thing. I like the last thing. And again, it's excellent chocolate. I'm having the other half of my square. The fleur de sel. Let's see, when you get good real fleur de sel, it's not overpowering. The hint of salt. I've had chocolatiers here in America. I love them. I really do. But they're so heavy-handed with their salt and sea salt. Now I'm wondering if it's really fleur de sel that they're putting on there because it's so, you don't like salted caramels and things usually.
No.
Because they're so heavy-handed with the salt. This is absolutely perfect. You get the salt, but it's not, bam, I am tasting salt. It's complementing the chocolate, which is what it's supposed to do. This is real fleur de sel and how it's supposed to be executed. in the chocolate. It's so well done. 10 out of 10 for me.
Definitely. 10 out of 10.
I mean, French chocolate is the best in the world. That in Belgium and Switzerland. Fantastic. Fantastic.
I got chocolate on the scorecard.
I had cocoa powder on my hands from the truffles before. Okay, our last item. Am I right this time? Last item? Okay. Garlic aioli potato chips. Oh, these sound yummy. Garlic lovers plus this yum equals the perfect relationship. See what they did there? Yeah. If it's a special occasion in Provence, you'll surely smell one thing, garlic. Lots and lots of garlic. That's because everyone will be eating aioli, the local garlic and oil dip. It's ordinarily reserved for Fridays when it's served with boiled veggies like green beans, carrots, and potatoes. When Ash Wednesday comes around, aioli is served with poached cod. And on Christmas Eve, it's snails that typically get dipping. Your invitation to Provence's pungent tradition? These rich potato chips, which taste just like the real thing, but with no dipping required. Yes, you will get garlic breath, and yes, it will be worth it.
Smell.
Oh, I love garlic.
Looks like a ruffle.
Oh my goodness, this smells amazing. I hope it tastes as good as it looks and smells. Amazing. Oh my goodness. So happy. Those I would eat any day of the week. 10 out of 10. A perfect chip. Very well done. I don't find the garlic overpowering.
Lots of 10s.
And so well done. And yeah, this was very successful. I am so pleased with this box. So now, going through the end of the booklet, we have a recipe in here to make our own chocolate truffles, which we could try. And then they have how to order at a Paris bakery, French etiquette, a crossword puzzle, 400 years of French fashion. And then they give you all the nutrition stats if you can't read them on the bag. So. But I would say, again, much to your chagrin, there's a French word, vive la France! Because this was a humongous success. The only thing Richard didn't like was the sour cherry thing. And I can see that because it was quite sour. I wanted to take one for the team there and get to the cherry because they really built it up. And to be honest, I was not disappointed at all. It was exactly what they said. It was one of the best cherry tasting things I've ever had in my life. So it was still worth getting through that sour. But yeah, I wouldn't normally do that. But I really wanted to get to that cherry because, you know, I don't know when I'll get French cherry flavored anything again. So that was yummy. I mean, this box for me, I would say, was a 9 out of 10.
Me too.
If I had to pick favorites, I would say my favorite savory item would be the garlic aioli chips. My favorite sweet thing, I don't know, the chocolate bar was good, but the popcorn truffle, I think, was really good too. I'll go with the popcorn truffle. How about you? What's your favorite savory? Was the chips?
The chips, yeah. I like this best.
Yeah, I think we're in concurrence there, which is unusual, but hey, leave it alone. He's like, she's going to be saying that the rest of the day.
The goat cheese was good.
The goat cheese, both of the chips were really good, but I think the garlic for me just edged it out over the goat cheese. But I would eat either of those. I would be so happy to have those available here widely. I would buy them. I really would. Everything was great. The caramels were like the best caramels I've had. They tasted just like homemade. They were delightful, and the French butter, you can taste that, and the Subway cookies was wonderful.
You can order all the stuff separate.
You can. That's one thing you can do. You can go to Universal Yums, and they have a Yum shop if you don't want to subscribe to a box, and you can buy any of these products and have them shipped to your home. You can, and I might get some of those garlic chips because they're really good. But see, the cherry thing, I don't think I would get that again. I would look for something maybe that is French cherry, but not with the sour stuff on the outside, because I probably would not eat that again, but I wanted to taste the cherry flavor that they had, and it was excellent. But yeah, Universal Yums shop too. You can get any of the things in your boxes.
It says if you like the chips, you'll like the garlic and parsley bruschetta bites.
Oh, that sounds amazing. I'm gonna have to put in a Universal Yum shop order sometime. Oh, you just went down a rabbit hole, Richard.
Apple and cinnamon strudel gummy sticks.
Oh, that sounds good too. Just stop it. You're getting us in trouble. Anyhow, guys, yes, Universal Yums. I highly recommend this box. We always have fun with it. I love that, unlike my other box that has a whole booklet of information. My Europe crate does too, but it's a little bit less, it's more generalized, because my Europe crate gets things not just from one country. Every month it's from all the European countries, so it's just like, and they focus on one country for like 1 page, 2 pages of the book. But this is a whole booklet with trivia, facts, recipes from France. So I'm really happy with that. And I love that they give you the stickers and the scorecard. It makes it so much fun. I really love my Universal Yums box. But yeah, and again, if you'd like to check out Universal Yums, I'll put the links for direct to the shop. I will too, and to subscribe. Again, not a sponsor. I just love doing this. It's fun for me. I don't know if it's so much fun for Richard, but it's fun for me. I like
getting fatter.
I like. Oh, please, you've been losing weight. Yeah, I like putting it through the ringer. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it all the way to the end, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. If you can, if you haven't already, please hit the thumbs up button and like the video if you enjoyed it on your way out. And make sure your notification bells are turned to all. You guys know the drill, so that you know when I either go live or have a premiere or a vlog or anything good like that. And I guess that's all for now. So I love you guys, and I really appreciate you watching. And I guess I will see you in the next video. Until then, bye.